All right, what you're gonna see now is a video. I've had it on the back burner for quite some time. Didn't come out the way I really wanted it to. I met a gentleman named Tom, and I met him in the ShopRite parking lot. He was sitting in his 48 Ford sedan. I guess it's a sedan. It's not a coupe, sedan. And went over to him, spoke to him. We made arrangements to make a video. And when I got there, actually, I went right into his house, and we sat down like old friends. We just started talking, and things got away from us. I thought I would shoot an intro to the video, make it like more professional, as much as professional as I can. Watch my channel, you see I'm not much of a professional when it comes to making videos. But anyway, it was just a great time. You know, you feel like you were old friends with somebody that you just met. You know, it just goes to show when you know, car guys are car guys, no matter the age difference or where you come from or whatever, you have a common ground in terms of hot rods and cars and motorcycles, whatever it is, the automotive hobby, and it brings you together. So I kind of wanted to try to splice some things together. Some of the video was sent over by Tom's friend Harry. They're decades-long friends who grew up together and built cars together. And he sent me some video, pretty crude video, so you'll see that mixed in from his cell phone that he had sent me over afterwards. And you know, just them building the cars together, the, you know, engines and things like that. And it was just a great time spent with these gentlemen, talking about cruising the Asbury circuit. You know, these are guys that have real experience in the things that we love and in this area here in New Jersey. Tom lives down South Jersey, and you know, the Asbury Circuit is a historical place. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a lot of conversations, and we're all over the place because these guys had so much, you know, reminiscing with their old stories. I got lost. I didn't know what car came with what engine was bought, put in what car. I was just confused, which doesn't take a lot to confuse me. But so you'll see the video start off where we're sitting in the diner, and Tom and Harry are reminiscing about their cars, the different cars they owned, and talking about things that they did with them. And that's how the video is going to start out. And then you'll see us, it'll backtrack a little bit, and then you'll see us talking about the cars, and then we'll drive to the diner. So hope you guys enjoy the video. It's a little mishmash, but just to put a video out, and that's it. Enjoy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I could probably go through all between motorcycles and cars. There's probably about 17 of them. So
Well, we counted it up, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think you got me beat by 2.
yeah, he was the same way.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
In my lifetime, I had like 65 cars and trucks.
Really?
Yeah.
That's...
And the one car I wish I never got rid of was my 64 Impala.
We-
3 Impala with
Yeah,
a...
with a 396, they should have kept that.
My brother-in-law and I built it.
Yeah. I took that when the parkway was empty when I was a kid. It took it down there because there was no traffic down south on the parkway down here.
Right.
Probably 110, 120 miles an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, we all have a
Yeah.
few that we wish we would have
Yeah.
kept, that's for sure.
I had a Dodge Dart, 67 Dodge Dart.
That was a nice...
GT. I should have
That
kept
was
that one.
that was your mother's car.
Yeah, that was my
That was a
mother's car.
beautiful
And
car.
she sold it to me, or actually she gave it to me, and I should have kept that.
Yeah. And it was, like, the body was in great shape, though? I mean,
The
way-
body was you know, for a car of 1948, it was in good shape. You know, when we got it, I mean, it wasn't. It had its rot, and it had bumps and bruises.
Right.
Then I added one.
That's awesome, man. I mean, she's a good looking.
I'll pop the hood. I'll show you the flathead.
And you had built this motor for him? Is that what it is?
No, we both built
Oh,
it.
you both built it
Yeah,
together?
all these are like I've only known Tommy for what, we known each other 54 years now.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys are just still getting acquainted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
no, we
Look
took
at
it
that.
down. There's a shop right in town, IDM,
Right?
and he did the machine work, and then we put it all together in the little.
It's punched
little
out.
shop in
It's
the back
punched
there.
out 80 over.
Oh, okay.
This one is. That one's 125.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But we built both motors.
So you had
This is a Frankenstein. This engine
This
is
was all my parts that were in the
in the
garage.
garage except for the new carburetor.
right.
Yeah.
right.
Everything else was
And this-
laying in the garage.
This is new. The
Yeah,
radiator.
well, that's the thing, right? We collect them, we throw them on the shelf. You never know when you're going to need them. You're always going to have another project, that's for sure, right? Always.
And this has got the T5 5-speed GM
GM trans in it.
trans in it. Yeah.
It had the 3-speed, the original like 3-speed
Right.
type engine, but it was a horror show to drive. It wouldn't get out of its own way.
Well, why don't we go to breakfast? I don't want you to, I want you to get the coffee in you.
Yeah, I need coffee.
Yeah, and we get to take a ride in the car. That'll be awesome, man. I really look forward to that. Okay, getting back. Oh, and these are what? These look like Chevelle seats or something?
No,
like that?
I think I figured them out to be
Pontiac
Ford
seats.
Galaxy.
Oh, Ford Galaxy. Okay.
Yeah. We got the seats we got these seats, and what else were they? Bronco seats or something, or
They were
Explorer seats.
high back, aerial high backs.
and it
Okay.
just wouldn't
Yeah.
go with the car.
Yeah.
Right.
The seat you're sitting on there,
Uh-huh.
I set that on fire.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was welding in the garage, and I looked up through the hole in the floor, and the seat was burning.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of things that old crusty things that come up in flames when you're welding in
Yeah,
the garage.
yeah.
That's for sure. When these cars. This is awesome. A lot of leg room. You're a big guy, and I'm sitting right behind you, man. I got a lot of leg room.
Oh yeah,
not that I'm
this is
tall,
like a
but
station wagon in itself, you know.
oh, it sounds sweet.
It's got a little pop in it.
Right.
And that's in the header for some reason on the one side, but she runs good. There's actually,
Well, this is the one that's got the two different.
yeah,
heads
it's
on.
actually got two different heads on it. We think the compression might be a little different on it.
Oh, okay. And how fresh is this build? Like, when did you guys put this together?
This is about 4 years, I think.
Yeah, about 4 years we did this one.
And it took you how long from when you got the car to get it
About a
going?
year.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't it a year?
We had it running. We got it in November, and we had it running by April, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you
Yeah,
did a
yeah.
shitty job on that windshield.
I just wiped it off. It's got a haze on it.
Patina. It's patina.
Running cold yet. You cold back there?
No, I'm good. This is great.
Like when we got it, all these gauges were in it. These
Right.
3. Then we added these.
So you guys make this like a weekly thing?
Yeah,
or is-
yeah.
We go every Saturday or Sunday. We come over here. We have breakfast.
That's awesome.
Last week we couldn't get a parking space here, and by the time we pulled around and parked this and walked inside, the waitress had our coffee on the table waiting for us because she saw the car coming.
So you guys are pretty regular around
Yeah.
here, huh? All right. And this is a what? What? Tell us about this.
This is a Ford, 1952 Ford F1,
Okay.
and it's a 52 motor, but it's got the 4-inch Mercury crank in it. It's got the Mercury cam, and it's bored .125
okay.
over.
That's beautiful. I like that color of the motor. I like that. That's
Yeah.
the original color that it was?
No,
okay.
it's a Ford. It's a
Ford green.
It's a
Okay.
Ford green, but
Yeah, I
I don't
like
know
that.
what year.
I do like
And
that.
then these blocks, these riser blocks, they help with the mileage a little bit
Oh,
because
okay.
they disperse the gas a little bit
And
better.
this came with it? This came with the truck when you bought it?
No.
the
No, this is
riser
a
block,
different
no.
motor.
Oh, this motor here?
Oh, yeah.
No, this motor. This is a motor I bought used in Pennsylvania because the block was originally cracked, and I bought the truck with a cracked block.
Oh, okay.
The guy forgot to put antifreeze in it in Utah.
In Utah.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want to do that. You
And
don't
it
wanna forget
was
that.
cracked in the water jacket when you took the oil pan
Right.
off. The water jacket was cracked, and you can't braise them when the water jacket's damaged.
So this is another one that you both built together.
Yeah.
This is the used block that came from Pennsylvania, probably about. Well, I'm gonna
When
say-
you got the truck, right?
yeah, probably 14 years ago.
Wow.
And
But it was just so wore out. It had a lot of blow by in it.
yeah, but it ran for 10 years.
Yeah.
So
with a
this
used
truck you've
motor
had how long?
since 2010.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you actually purchased this motor for
Yeah,
this
I bought
truck.
the motor for like $1,400 in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
And that time that was about the going price for a flathead, for a used flathead.
Right.
And then
Yeah, they're going.
probably 2 years ago I rebuilt it.
Yeah, and I tell you that
already, Tommy.
What's that?
It's 2 years
Yeah,
already.
it's 2 years
Holy
probably.
shit.
that race of gentlemen I was telling you about. Ever since they started that's when the parts really started taking off. These old parts, like
Oh,
even
they are
Yeah.
expensive.
yeah, even the original parts for the 4-cylinder, like original banger motors for the Model A's.
Yep. Everything's
Crazy,
it's
yeah.
expensive.
But the truck
Well, the
itself-
carburetors, like years ago, we used to buy them for like $30, right?
30 bucks.
Now
25,
that
30.
carburetor there is probably that's one.
Is
of
that
the
a
more-
Stromberg?
No, that's a 94, the
Oh.
Poly 94.
Oh, okay.
But that carburetor is a reasonable one. I got it for $225 on eBay. Most of the time, they're like $400 now. A lot of
Doesn't it kill you when you knew that you could have bought it
Yeah.
for 30? Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a different thing when you don't remember those days when they were that cheap.
Give him a grand tour, Tom.
Fire it up.
Yeah, yeah.
This is Tommy's paint job too.
Really?
Both
Yeah.
cars.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is urethane on here. That's why it's so much better than the car.
Uh-huh.
But it's it's much more dangerous to paint with urethane.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You have to wear
He
the
made
whole.
these-
You have to
He
wear
made
the.
these panels.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got to do the inside yet. I haven't really done. This was what the color was when I got it. I just left it.
Right.
And this, I just kind of matched it because this was so bad on the bottom. I took paint and I just matched it as close as
What
I
do you
could.
plan on doing? It black inside or something?
Like a charcoal, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like this, I think.
Oh,
This
okay.
charcoal here.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Or
a
even the
beauty.
yellow would be nice, and leave the charcoal and then do the rest of the yellow.
Uh-huh.
Because this is it's 1965 springtime Mustang yellow.
Oh, okay. And when you got it, what condition was this truck when you bought it?
Non-running.
Yeah, non-running,
Non-running.
non-running.
Primed.
Every fender's been patched on it. That's where I bought the sheet of metal for $35, and every fender has a welded patch.
It's a new tailgate. This
Yep.
piece you put in.
Yep.
You got that up at Carlisle, right?
Yep. Bought them at Carlisle, carried them out walked out with them, one in each arm at Carlisle.
But see, this is the great part. Like, look at you guys, old friends for 50 some odd years, and just reminiscing about all the stories you guys got together, war stories, right?
There's some stories.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, this is the Mercury.
That sounds
The Mercury
nice.
parts of this is a little more. And this doesn't have the header, so it's got a different tone than the car.
Right.
Yeah, it's just stock manifolds on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, older car guys would know that the Mercuries are just so much more rare. Isn't like a Mercury crank too? Is like a big.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's a big thing to have a Mercury
I
crank.
forget what I paid for the Mercury crank.
That was laying on the bench for how long?
Yeah.
The Mercury
Yeah, I
crank?
bought it when I bought the motor. Actually, you know what I got? I know what I paid for it. I paid $100 for it, and now a lot of guys want anywhere from $250 to $300 for a Mercury crank.
Yeah,
And
For
I
a
bought
gold.
it. I bought it like 13 years ago for $100.
that's
And all they
crazy.
did, all the machine shop did was really just cleaned it,
Polished it up. Yeah.
polished it up. It was in good shape.
So, were you either one of you guys in the body business, or you just kind of
Yeah, I
did
did
it
body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because I know,
Tommy-
yeah,
Tommy does. We've done it for years.
Yeah.
That-
yeah. Because I mean,
We
you
do this. It does have some blemishes here and there that are coming back out in it, but
right, but only something that you would know.
yeah,
Like me looking at it,
and-
looks
and they're
great.
Easy to fix it.
Well,
Right.
this is Mr. Fusspot here.
There's an old saying, and I subscribe to it: is shiny paint causes stress. That's
Well, that's the way I feel sometimes too. I'd rather have it
Well, he wasn't going to paint this.
Yeah, I would have been okay without painting it.
He was going to leave it. He kept going, oh, it's patina, it's this. I said, no,
Right.
you got to paint it, Tommy. You got to paint this.
Right.
I like the vehicles any more mechanically sound. They
Right.
don't have to be like pretty trailer
Right.
queens or anything.
Right, exactly. Yeah, definitely not. This is a beauty. Do you? I mean, now that you have that one, do you drive this one?
I drive both. I drive both. I do like doing the car though with the 5-speed in it.
Yeah.
It's a little more fun.
Yeah, this thing is a beautiful truck. I like the combo, the
This one
color.
I'm thinking about eventually lowering it, and I'm gonna try it by removing some of the leaf springs and drop
okay.
it so it's a little lower.
Right.
It has that,
It'll ride a little bit better, too.
yeah, and it has more of a street rod look then.
And this is an original tailgate on it?
No, that's the one I got from Carlisle.
Oh, okay.
The bed itself is the original,
Right,
but this
right.
and that the front one, the old panel was
Oh,
all bent
okay.
up.
These are the repos.
Oh, okay.
This panel was dented so bad it was up against the cab.
Oh,
the
wow.
whole panel.
And where'd you pick this truck up?
It came from Utah.
Utah.
Yeah, I found it on online.
Oh, and then, yeah, this one you said you shipped it out, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and at that time I think to ship it from Utah was like I think it was like $1,600. I don't know what it would cost you now with the
Yeah,
gas
right.
prices.
Yes, and even 16.
Well, I paid $6 to ship Mikey his car.
Yeah.
This is a good-looking truck, man. Really nice. I love it. Really, really sharp.
And this is actually see the front grille is a little bit different on this because there's usually a third.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was wondering.
It was off when I got it, and I liked it so much I welded the hole closed and left it like that.
Yeah, because when I was looking at it, I was like, I don't remember seeing the
Yeah.
2-bar ones. I
Yeah.
wonder if this was a 3. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I have one in the
It
garage.
actually
for
looks
but-
really, really sharp like
Yeah,
that.
well, somebody had put the Ford letters up there, and I said, that looks good like that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah, that looks great. And it's one of those things where some guy will look at it and say, something's not right. I can't place
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
But yeah. No, that looks awesome. It's beautiful.
And this one here probably gets about 17 miles to the gallon too.
Yeah. So not to make you repeat yourself, but tell that story again. Like you had gone to buy enough for that one over there and that the car. You had gone out to
we went 10 hours to Virginia,
Virginia.
and we're looking for a 1947 pickup out there.
Right.
Got out there, and it was so rusty that it was nothing but yard art.
Right.
So coming back, Harry says, well, let me look on Marketplace.
And we found that.
Finds it a half hour away or whatever, Point Pleasant is, and we found that.
You had an adventure, right? You got a story out of it too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So, but these are and you keep them both in this garage over here.
It was in this garage here on the house,
Oh, okay.
and the other one, that's the shop. I'm just starting to close it.
Oh, okay.
That's the shop that we created.
Not to get off the cars. but
No,
that-
no, I love to see the shop if you don't
it's
mind.
Messy. It's
Okay.
You can see it, but it's messy.
Yeah, that's okay.
Go ahead, you can walk in there, but it's
But this
sloppy
this
right
is another this is your project that you're
now. That's
doing
the
it.
shop right
Yeah,
there. That's it.
yeah, that's great.
But it's gonna get all enclosed.
But I like how you doing it. So this was like just like an old barn. Is that how it was?
This was actually
A shed?
A shed.
Oh,
and
wow.
I raised it up.
Wow. See, that's awesome.
Yeah, this was the shed was probably the shed went to it was a 12 by 24 shed, and it probably went to about here.
Oh, okay.
And I have
And you did all the work yourself?
yeah. Wow.
Tommy's a carpenter by trade.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
wow.
used to do. But I'm a lot,
Excellent
lot
carpenter.
slower at it now, but I still do it.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all right. Well, now you got more time. There's no
Yeah,
rush,
well,
right?
eventually this will all get cleaned out and straightened out, and it'll be a nice shop.
That's great.
And I'm gonna put sidewalls on it with barn doors,
Okay.
2 barn doors, so I can open up the sides.
You gonna have any kind of heat in here that you can go out
I
in the
have
winter?
that
propane.
Oh, you have the
propane
propane,
heater.
okay.
All I gotta do
Yeah,
is
you can only run it for about, 20 minutes and you got to shut it off.
down. It gets so warm in here.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Because we've been in here, it's 0 outside and we were in here working.
This is where we built all the motors, put them together. It's,
Put the
like
car
I said,
together?
It's not much.
Come on. Huh? Getting ready to go in the pickup truck. Mercury crank, Mercury cam, and bored out 1.25. Ready to rock and roll.
Awesome, man.
Fancy shop, but
Yeah,
it
but
works.
you want to know something?
We're out of the weather.
But here's the thing. It just goes to show you, if you want something, you don't need a fancy shop.
Yeah.
You don't need fancy equipment. It's the determination to say, I'm going to do it. I know some guys that build stuff in their driveway, you know, where they
What?
throw a cover over in the winter.
We did it.
What was
Yeah.
that one guy, Steve? There, I think he was testing me. It was a guy he worked with, and I go,
Oh, Steve.
yeah. I said,
yeah.
oh, we built the motors in my shop, and he thought I was talking like I had this. He was waiting to see what I was going to say, and like I was going to have a big fancy shop.
Right.
I go, it's a lean-to with tarps on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's how people did things, man. And just going back to, like, we were talking about the circuit, right? Like,
Yeah.
like cruising the circuit. Like, what was the experience like back in that day? Like, was it like that? Like the movie?
Well, we used to race. You'd go around. The agreement was with the Asbury Police Department was we didn't race on the circuit.
Okay.
We would go around by the Wonder Bar.
Right. Sure.
Where and there used to be this guy. I couldn't believe it. He moved to Florida. His name was Tiny.
Okay.
And Tiny was the guy that would, if you're going to race for money, you would give your money to Tiny. He would take a percentage.
Okay.
But you were guaranteed your money. If
Okay.
we won, we won, which we did a lot.
Right.
He would take, he would give us our money plus he would take, I think he took like 10%.
Okay.
Or whatever the cut was. I mean, it wasn't a lot of money. It was maybe $100, $200. Something.
And that was like, he was a known guy for people to do
Everybody
that back
knew
in.
Tiny.
Okay.
Everybody knew.
And that was
like
a
I said, he
common-
moved. It's funny because when I worked for Oakley Transport, there was a guy in the shop, and I can't remember his name, but him and I got talking about old cars. And he had a 55 Chevy that he used to race up there. And we saw it all the time, but I never met the, never
Right,
stopped.
right.
And it was called the Little Brown Jug. It was the ugliest 55 you ever saw in your life. But when we started talking, and I says, oh, you knew Tiny and all that? And it was like old school week
Right,
then,
right,
'cause
right.
he's a Jersey boy,
Right,
you
sure,
know?
sure.
And he goes, oh, yeah. He says, Tiny lived on the west coast of Florida. I know he's gone now.
Right.
But yeah, we go there and, like I said, give Tiny the money. We go out, we'd race out on 18 before 18 was built.
Oh, okay.
There was a section of it that was long enough for us to drag race on.
Oh, okay.
And the cop said, as long as we keep it out there,
Oh, so the cops were aware of it and everything?
everybody was aware of what we were doing.
So
And we'd
yeah,
go
so the
out there
deal
and
would be
race.
cut on the circuit, and then you just go out there.
Yep, we
Okay.
go out, which is only took us like 10 minutes, I think it was, to get to 18.
Right.
And then you would come back and collect your money.
Now going back to the, I'm so sure we've all seen the movie American Graffiti, right? I mean,
Oh,
the
yeah.
way that. So was it sort of like that type of atmosphere where you just go and cruise?
Yeah, kind
and
of.
that
You
kind
were
of thing?
cruising,
Okay.
or well, the El Camino that we had was so bad on fuel
Mm-hmm.
that even back then, when gas was nothing, it was horrible. I
Right,
think I
right.
got 2 miles to the gallon
Right.
if you kept your foot out of it.
Right.
And we would go up, we would park, we'd go around, see if we get somebody to race, and then
Then
you know,
stop for gas on the way back.
yeah.
That's right. But that time gas was how much money?
I think we were paying like
35 cents a gallon.
45 for that Super Sunoco.
Yeah.
And that's all the El Camino ran on was that 260 Sunoco or
That's
360
unbelievable,
Sunoco.
man.
That was it.
But that was like a team. So that was like the circuit was the spot for like
For our area,
yeah,
for the shore,
right,
Jersey.
people hanging
well,
out.
actually, for all of Jersey, a lot of people would go down there.
Right.
I mean, there was guys running V8 Vegas. Everybody knew kind of
Right.
where to play and where not to. Or,
Right.
we would try them a couple places. Guys we tried.
In Point Pleasant, we used to race on Bridge Avenue Extension.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there wasn't much traffic at that time. And, that's where we would drag race. Because at that time, I had a 65 Vet with a 327 in it.
Oh wow.
And I beat my buddy, the one that has that 66 Fairline that races.
Okay, right.
He's also got, I think it's a 69 Mustang with a 428 in it. And I beat him with a Corvette because it was lighter. And boy, he was so annoyed, he went home and changed the gears in the rear and came back and beat me the next weekend.
Oh man, this is what it's all about, man. These stories, and this is like a dying
Yeah.
hobby.
Well, like you said,
know?
that's with all the drag tracks closing.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
You don't have kids doing this
No,
anymore. Kids are
no.
looking at
Well,
computers.
they want to play with
Exactly.
their phones
Yeah.
and
Yeah, right.
you know,
Exactly.
who
I have a
wants to do this,
14-year-old.
you know?
I mean, I started late in life, but I have a 14-year-old, and that's what he wants to do. He likes the car and everything, but he's not like he's not
Won't get his
into
hands
it.
dirty.
Yeah, no, he's not into it. Well, I really appreciate you guys
Okay.
taking the time and talking to me and reminiscing about the stories. I could spend hours just hearing your stories. It's great, man, and I hope
There's a lot of them.
yeah, and I definitely hope to meet up with you guys and maybe do some cruising in the future.